welcome to the Power Up Happy Hour. This is Ricky.
This is Ben.
Raj.
And this is Sauber.
And today we are just going to catch up. It's been a while.
We're back.
We back,
from
homie.
summer vacation.
After
This
summer
season,
vacation.
this is season 2 of Pew.
Pew.
Pug.
Poo-poo. This is poo-poo, yeah.
Who's Pew?
We'll
It's our
just call
Twitter
it
handle.
season 2.
At Pew.
No, but we've all been busy. Summer's been kind of crazy for us, so we took a nice little break, but now we're back. We're going to catch all up on some of the stuff that we've been through. But how's everyone doing? How's everyone been?
You know, just living the dream, working like crazy, trying to stay cool in Texas.
Adulting sucks.
It
Yeah.
sucks.
It
really
sucks
does.
so much.
School sucks, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Roger's in grad school right now.
Yeah.
Last semester, though, I'm almost
Hey.
done. Hey.
Stop complaining. I'm still like halfway there. But nah, summer was great, man. It's just been a lot of traveling for me.
I know, Mr.
specifically.
Worldwide over here.
Hey, I mean, I'm young. I gotta
Hey, you
get
too,
it in.
you've
While-
been in
yeah,
Dallas,
you've been.
like
Yeah,
2 weeks
You haven't
out of
even been in
summer.
Dallas, yeah.
Rest time you've been in Chicago or Odessa.
traveling to Odessa isn't nothing.
No, that is another world, though.
It's completely different.
Tell.
Well, the first thing, I know we made a list, but I forget movies and games that we're going to get into. But the big one that we forgot to put on here was the one that just happened. Is the three of us, we watched It.
Oh, that's
And
true. Yeah,
that might be one of my favorite movies this whole year.
it was really good.
Yeah.
I am terrified of clowns. I absolutely hate them ever since I was a kid. The first It movie ruined them for me. I was traumatized. I wouldn't go near a storm drain after that. And then so I was not excited this entire movie. I think Raj enjoyed watching me in that movie more than the actual movie.
Ben
I was
was
looking
watching
at-
that movie through his hat.
I really wanted to watch this movie with you specifically because I knew how your big fear of
and there were
clowns,
definitely
so-
some points where I was like, why the hell am I here? Fuck this, I'm leaving.
You know how-
But then like overall though, like I look back and I was like, that was just a really good movie.
You know how Ben breathes hard when he watches movies?
Yes.
He was not breathing at this
Oh, now I really wanted to watch it with him.
No, I remember the first time I watched the movie with Ben, I was like, is Ben sleeping? I was like, nah, just breathing hard.
Yo, legit, I thought Darth
I got
Vader was
shitty
next to me
lungs,
the first time I saw a movie with Ben.
I got shitty lungs, okay?
I think,
No.
I think the best thing about it was the casting. They did a
Oh, yeah.
perfect job on
We did put a
casting
review
these
up
kids.
on our Facebook page. Those kids were good.
Those kids were amazing.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask because
Hilarious.
I've only seen the original. I'm going to see the new one this weekend. But in comparison, do you think this was better than the original?
Yes, I do.
By far?
The
I can't
original to
remember.
me has like a good like classic feel. It's got that like Tim Curry is still like an amazing Pennywise.
I like
but
his voice better. I like Tim Curry's voice. It
voice.
was more
Yeah, Tim
creepier.
Curry's voice is better, but overall Pennywise I think was much scarier in this one, and the kids are much better. The parents are creepy as
Yeah,
hell,
really.
sadistic. It's amazing.
Because I
They did a very
rewatched
good
the
job.
original one like
And-
a couple days
yeah,
ago,
and
and
the
I just
par-
laughed at how corny it was.
The parents
now.
are the former actors from. Some of the parents are the former child actors from
Yeah.
It, right? Yeah.
Wait, really?
Oh,
Or just
that's
one?
even better.
Oh,
yeah.
Not all of
man.
them, yeah.
Because
Some of them, yeah.
I remember they were because it's a 2-part movie, and the second one's when they're adults.
Mhm.
I remember them saying for a while they were going to get the kids that acted in the first one to play the adults in the second one.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were the adults in this one.
Not all of them, but there's like
There was a couple,
Okay.
yeah.
One of the coolest things, Bill Skarsgård, the guy that plays Pennywise, a lot of the stuff he did was him. So in the scene when we first see Pennywise, his eyes are like looking in 2 different directions. That's him. Like he's able to do that with his eyes.
That's
They're like,
creepy.
that's not
He has
CGI.
a creepy smile too.
Oh, and that's a
Eyes.
real smile too.
Yeah.
He did an interview with Conan, and he was talking about like, oh, my brother used to be able to do that. That when he smiles, the bottom of his lip gets bigger, and I learned how to do that. And he did it, and it looks so fucking weird. Like the fact that that's not CGI still creeps me out. Like he was a good Pennywise.
He was.
Even though I was like
Scared
really
the shit out of me.
scared during this movie, another thing is it's really funny. Like it's
It is.
hilarious.
It is. Those kids are amazing. The kid from
Mike from Stranger Things.
From Stranger
that
Things.
guy is hilarious.
He was amazing. He made
Good
that movie
casting.
for me. He's the only reason why I could actually enjoy that movie.
Yeah, and they actually got kids to be kids.
Yeah.
Like when, I feel like when me and my friends were that age, we were doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like, we were making fun of each other that bad. Like they don't really get
It
kids
felt
acting
natural.
like that. Yeah.
It felt so natural, which is not something that you see all the time today.
It was a classic horror film.
Damn, now I'm really looking forward to seeing it.
I honestly think it's probably the best horror film that's come out since.
But see, would you consider it a horror film?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think it was
I
more
would.
thriller. Like it wasn't as scary as I thought it would
The
be.
line between like a horror and thriller is so like.
But there is a difference. I'm with
There
Ricky
is,
on this.
but no, I think this is horror. I mean, yes, it's not super scary unless you're me and you're afraid of clowns. But I think
I don't know, because like what I've heard from other people were just saying like it's not like a true horror
But
movie.
to me, Thriller is like
it's a thriller because like, it makes you
Alien.
jump every
Yeah,
now and
I
then.
can see
Thriller,
that.
Yeah.
Thriller is a subcategory though, because you can have like crime movies that are thrillers as well. You can have horror movies that are thrillers as well. Thriller is really a subcategory.
All right, so we actually
Oh,
forgot to
my
do
God.
one thing.
Man, we're
It's-
so rusty
we're
at
so-
this.
It's been a long
All
time.
right, cheers,
Sorry,
fellas,
guys.
Cheers. There you go. Our sound levels just went up.
Spike.
We're so bad.
No, but so one thing back because you were asking comparing it to the TV movie was this one's a lot more gory.
Oh.
Because I think when the TV movie came out, it was on like what ABC or NBC. Or
Yeah, I
something
mean,
like
you
that.
saw blood, but it
No, like,
wasn't
you-
anything that was like
No,
gory.
that
gory.
first scene with Georgie and like what
in the movie, yeah, in the original, they didn't show like.
Oh,
any
they
gore.
show it.
You see it here.
Oh, no,
You
poor
see it.
Georgie.
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, oh my god, they showed it. This is awesome.
That was single-handedly the hardest part of that movie for me to watch because
Set the
as I
bar.
was watching it, all I could think about was how terrified I was of storm drains after that. I would not go near one. I'd walk on a sidewalk and I'd see one. I'd walk like in the other direction, like and take like a 20-foot berth around it. I would not go near
Damn.
one.
When they were
I'm
filming
scarred
it,
for life.
when they were
Yeah.
filming it, they didn't show the kids how Pennywise looked. Like
They kept them separate.
They kept them separate for like a good like month or so, and they said the first scene where they met was the one where he comes out of the fridge.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
and that's him in the fridge. Like he worked with the contortionist to fit in that damn thing like him.
Jeez.
And so imagine like you're doing this movie for a month and there's a scary clown you haven't seen him, and the first scene is with him coming out of a fridge and his legs are like above his head and shit and he's reaching for you. But that
Yeah.
movie was
Yeah, I
good. Like, I'm
would've
excited
quit.
for it.
It's
Like,
good. It's good.
Like I got 2 books that I'm reading right now, and when I'm done with that, I'm getting the book. Like I'm getting the It book.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ever read that book.
Just read the last part of the book where they have all an orgy.
That's in the middle of the book, supposedly. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the book that they will never put in the movie. But we can get into that another time. But some other stuff that happened this summer, a couple of movies that came out that we all watched was we've talked about Guardians, but now it's on Blu-ray, and I have it on Blu-ray. Anyone
Already?
else? Yeah. Anyone else have it on Blu-ray?
Not
Dude,
bought
you're-
it yet.
You're
That
the
was
only
a
one that has the
very
Blu-rays,
good
and I
movie.
just borrowed it from you. So
God damn it! But that movie still holds up. Like I still like the first one a lot more.
I enjoyed the first one more too.
Yeah.
Watching it again, I'm like, man, there were some scenes where they didn't have to make it funny.
Mm-hmm.
They should have just eased up on it.
Yeah, like Batista scenes or whatever.
Yeah,
It
I was like, I get
ha,
Batista.
There were moments where he
whatever.
made you laugh, but I felt like it was kind of like
There's
forcing it at moments.
When Nebula is talking about how Thanos used to like rip her apart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of that, the guy makes a joke. I'm like, you know what? That joke maybe should not have been there.
Yeah. No, see, I agree. I think that this was a much more serious plot than the first one, but they were still trying to maintain too much of that comedic feel, which I mean was very successful in the first one. But you have to be, if you're going to tell a more serious story, you have to be willing to actually have those serious parts.
Yeah,
and too often they tried to like spin them at the end with a random joke.
You're gonna
that
have to
comes
cut
off
one or
ill
the
time.
other.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
But
Yeah.
like we were talking about, like the scenes, like Yondu's scene with the arrow.
That was a
That was
I
epic.
like that.
I was like, I died laughing when he yelled, "I'm Mary Poppins."
Yeah,
yo.
that was
Yes.
a good
I
one.
died laughing at that point.
Another thing I'm excited for is the fact that the Thor movie is next, and
I think it might actually be the first like really good Thor movie.
They
and
both got haircuts. That's what
Yeah.
they were
Oh,
doing
yeah,
during
they did,
Civil
yeah.
War.
I don't know if y'all saw the leaked trailer for Infinity War because I sent it to y'all. but I don't know
Yeah,
if
I watched it.
Shit,
But
I
that's
didn't
how
see
it starts. Like Thor and the Guardians meet each other. So I'm guessing right at the end of Ragnarok is when the Guardians, or like Thor goes off and meets them.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
That trailer was
I
sick,
can't wait
though.
for
That
that.
trailer was sick though.
And
I haven't
they
seen the
took it
trailer.
off everywhere.
I need to see it.
We're due for a good Thor movie.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yes, and I think this movie will bring
the
it.
first one was just okay. The second one, I had trouble buying into. There were parts I loved, but it was hard for me to really get into it. This one, I have high hopes for. I think Chris Hemsworth and I think Thor ultimately, like having Hulk in there, like I think that'll help them. I think too
Yeah.
often the other movies they try and rely too heavily on the Thor Loki dynamic.
Yeah.
Planet Hulk is
But-
one of my favorite like Marvel stories.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have some parts of that in this movie makes me excited.
And let's talk about I think one of the few like post credit scenes for the Marvel movies so far that have just made me so excited was that post credit scene that reveals Adam Warlock is being brought in.
Oh yeah.
You had to explain that to me.
But see,
when
I
we saw
read
it,
somewhere
yeah.
that he won't be in Infinity War.
Really?
He's going to be in the third Guardians. Like they're
Really?
going to. I don't know. That's
I read that too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like James Gunn even said that like as Adam Warlock he won't be Infinity War, but he'll be part of the third Guardian story.
All right, I'm a little bit less
Interesting.
excited about it then because he had a huge part in Infinity War.
That story is confusing. Like
Yeah.
I've read Infinity Gauntlet, I'm reading Infinity War right now, and it's pretty
Yeah.
confusing.
It's more confusing than an X-Men timeline.
He's
That's saying something.
He's one of the only other beings in like the universe who can actually wield Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
So he had a very huge part in the comics, but
Yeah. Oh, plus we'll see Teenage Groot.
yeah.
Teenage Groot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty excited for that. Emo Groot looks amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So
I wonder
shit.
if they'll still get Vin Diesel to do his voice.
Oh, I hope so.
I kind of want someone else.
I mean, he barely says anything. How can someone take that role and like do it wrong?
True. But one of the other big like movies that came out this year that we were all excited for was Wonder Woman.
Yes.
The first DC movie,
Yo.
in my opinion, that was actually good.
I agree.
Same with me. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Batman vs Superman on the level that you.
Oh,
you guys
I
did.
despised
I
it.
hated it.
I didn't think it was a good movie. I thought it was at times enjoyable, but it was a little
No,
bit
no,
long
at times
and very
it
dark.
is.
But and the Martha thing, of course, I was just like, okay, that's stupid. But no, I agree. Wonder Woman from start to finish, best DC movie by far.
Gal Gadot.
Gadot, yeah.
I like everything about that movie except that the villain was Professor Lupin. And I
didn't like that either.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm worried about because, like, in that last scene, it's him in like that armor, and it's all CGI.
you
And
see his mustache.
yeah,
Like, come on, what is this?
Yeah.
I was like, but
This is not Ares. Ares
that's
supposed
what
to be a badass.
I'm worried about the Justice League movie is gonna look like that too, because it's Steppenwolf and he has that armor, and it's gonna be a guy like wearing that. I don't know what they're gonna do.
We'll see.
It's
Like, I'm
Darkseid,
so-
right? Darkseid is the
No,
villain?
he's like Darkseid's general.
Okay.
Like Steppenwolf like reports to Darkseid. Because remember, Justice League is a two-parter.
Yeah, they won't
Yeah.
bring Darkseid until the second.
So
one.
like they beat Steppenwolf and then they had to fight Darkseid or
Yeah.
some shit like that. Like as much as I hate him, I hate the DC stuff except for Wonder Woman, or as much as I hated Batman vs Superman, I'm still excited for Justice League.
I am too.
I'm indifferent at this point. I still feel like, yeah, it's Wonder Woman was great, but DC's history with movies has still been too bad for me. So I'm just gonna go in. I'm not gonna expect too much.
They're doing a lot. Like,
I'm optimistic about Ezra Miller as Flash. I'm cautiously optimistic about Jason Momoa as Aquaman. So I think there's enough around.
I think
there
he's just gonna be called
that I think
Drogo
it'll
but
be
speaks
okay.
English.
They got a new
Yeah.
That's
director, right?
literally it. No, Josh Whedon picked up at the end.
Yeah.
Because Zack Snyder had that
But
family
a lot of this
issue.
stuff was already done.
Yeah.
So it's still gonna feel like a Zack Snyder movie more than anything.
But they had to reshoot a lot with Superman because they brought him back. But he was
Mustache.
Yeah, he was filming Mission Impossible 6 and he has a mustache in 6, but he couldn't shave it. So they did something where they're like, I think they CGI'd the mustache off of him
Oh my
when he
God.
came back.
That's so weird.
And I'm tired of them like not admitting that it's Superman's alive.
Maybe
Like-
this.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much given
Like,
at this
You
point.
showed,
You showed at the
can't
end of
show
Batman
that
vs
post-credit
Superman.
scene of like the jerk movie.
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you can't show that and not expect us to like.
I know you have your the thing for Justice League, but like the fact that Superman's not in it, I feel like it's gonna be better because Superman might not be.
Oh,
in it,
I mean, I think Superman's
No.
going to show up. He's going to show up near the end.
Near the end, yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be
but,
better
like,
if he's
but
not in
throughout
it.
The whole movie, it's gonna be
Especially
like
that
more
Alfred's
for-
No, no,
in
no.
the trailer,
If Superman's
where
not
he's
in it, then
they
I will be
said
happy
he
with
would-
it.
or
I
he
still
said
like
he would go.
Superman. I do not like Superman as.
See, I like Superman, and I like Henry Cavill as Superman, but I don't like the way he plays Superman.
I think Superman's one of the hardest characters to play because
Yeah.
the idea of like being like that person who's supposed to be completely perfect,
Mm-hmm.
it's so hard to do that in a way where people are going to buy it.
Nobody can relate to him.
No, nobody can. And
Yeah.
We've had
that's
this
what makes it-
argument
yeah.
between Marvel and DC. We felt like Marvel is more relatable with
It
their
is,
superheroes in
because
comparison
all of their
to
characters are
Superman and DC.
imperfect. They're
Yeah,
all human.
they all have their
and
flaws.
They all do that. Superman is supposed to be above that, and that's a cool idea, and everyone wants to believe in a hero like that. But at the same time, we can't relate to that because
Hell,
we all know no one here is perfect.
Half
so.
the heroes in DC are like either aliens, mutants,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
you just can't relate. Yeah.
And another
And then
thing
there's Batman.
because they're making a Flash movie, and I don't know if y'all seen the Flashpoint animated movie on Netflix.
Yeah,
which you should watch.
yeah,
And
it's a good
it's
movie.
very good.
Supposedly that's going to be the storyline for the Flash movie,
Huh.
which is going to be interesting because like you're trying to get people to connect to their characters they have right now, but then all of a sudden when you do Flashpoint, you're changing everything up again.
Right.
Like, spoiler alert, but in Flashpoint, Bruce Wayne dies and his dad becomes Batman, and his mom becomes the Joker, which is fucking sick.
Oh yeah. You told me
I
about
was
this.
like, I don't know how you're gonna do that when you're trying to get people to connect to movies that you've already made.
Mm-hmm.
And Cyborg is one of my favorite characters, but I don't like the way he looks in this movie. He looks like Megatron. He reminds me of
Dang,
Megazord.
he kind of does now that I think
Yeah.
about it.
They should have just gone with the Teen Titans version, just made it like super.
Right?
Oh, side note, Teen Titans Go
It's
is
garbage.
trash.
Really?
I hate that show, dude.
Oh man,
I saw
love Teen
I saw it for
Titans.
2 minutes. I
I
could
could
not stand it.
dude.
I heard
What is
that
this?
they had a Powerpuff Girls crossover.
Oh,
Supposedly, yeah.
no.
dude.
Yeah, I saw a commercial for that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There were times where I watched Powerpuff Girls when I was younger, when there was nothing else on. But I don't want to see that in Teen Titans.
Yeah.
That's really sad. I loved
Yo,
the original.
I got
Teen
no
Titans.
shame. I love
Hey, there's-
Powerpuff Girls
there's a
back then.
fourth
There's gonna be a
member
fourth
now.
one. Yeah, I saw it today.
I
Wait, did
love-
you see her?
No.
No.
She's black.
Is she?
What? No shit. They didn't show it in the
Oh,
announcement.
that was just a silhouette.
Yeah,
the lights were on.
that was
No,
me.
I
It
saw-
was me,
I
guys.
saw a
It was me.
picture of her. I saw a picture of her. She's black. I think she's black. Yeah.
What
You know,
what's,
I'm-
what's
silhouette.
her attitude?
I'm okay with this
I
now.
know, like, you know,
I haven't seen
you
it.
have
It was just
one
an
now.
image. It was a quick image. I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, and Miss Bellum's not gonna be in it either.
I
It's new
heard she
Powerpuff
left,
Girls,
yeah.
See, I loved Powerpuff Girls
Oh,
because it was
Mojo
like
Jojo.
it was so like subtly forward, like having him like basically this transvestite like villain, like considering
Scared
like
the shit out of me growing
yeah,
up.
oh yeah,
Dude.
same. But you're talking about like a cartoon in the early 2000s that's like willing to like put that out there. I mean, of course, we're kids, we didn't know it at the time, but
I mean, we said it before. The '90s was a weird time. There's a lot of sexual innuendos in those.
Oh yeah,
It's that
especially
weird
if you go
transition
back. There's
from
so
the
many
80s,
articles like if you go back and read like 90s cartoons like sexual stuff that we completely looked over.
yeah, I read something.
Don't
Did
ruin my
anyone-
childhood.
Huh?
Don't ruin my childhood.
So, the other giant hit of the summer, which I think we all agreed was amazing, was Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan,
it.
and
I saw it
watched
twice.
twice.
Tom Holland, perfect Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I
and
have
I
nothing
Toby
bad
who?
to say about him.
Toby who? I don't even know who
Yeah,
that
no.
is.
I have nothing bad to say about him.
I like how they went young. They
Yeah.
went young, like high
Yeah.
school
I agree.
kid.
That was
Like,
That looked
perfect.
like he was in.
That's
high
what
school.
reminded me
Yeah.
of like the show. Like
Yeah.
this is the
Mhm.
Spider-Man I wanted.
Like I'll say like I liked Andrew Garfield. I thought he fit the role. I thought he was like he was done a disservice of a really bad script in
Right.
those movies.
Oh shit!
Right.
Script.
I thought he was very good at it, but it is nice to see like a younger one, see him actually look and feel high school age.
What I loved the most about it was seeing his imperfections and him like learning
Yeah.
how to be a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like in all the other Spider-Man movies, he
And
was
the
already
nice-
assumed to be a great hero. But we got to see him start from like the beginning, and he's still learning.
And,
So
and that's credit to Marvel. Like, they came in, and, you know,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
helped with the script and all that stuff.
Supposedly, there's rumors where Fox is trying to get X-Men and Fantastic Four and another like more movies, but back with Marvel
Well, the thing is, they would
because
love to
they
do
saw
that.
what happened with Spider-Man.
yeah, they'll
Yeah.
make so much money.
yeah,
But Marvel did not make that much money. That's the problem.
But
Like,
see,
Sony made all that.
That's the thing. Marvel knows it's an investment. They know
Mhm.
if they can get those players, if they can get X-Men or Fantastic Four in an Infinity
Yeah.
War, the amount of money they'll make off that is
they'll be
insane.
set.
But I think
I
that's
mean-
why now Marvel has that kind of the advantage now. Like, hey, like if they come back, like, hey, can you make this? Like, I don't know, you gotta
Yeah.
give us more money.
Yeah. Because the one Marvel thing that's always a complaint is a villain, and even though Vulture Michael Keaton wasn't great, he wasn't bad. Like I enjoyed.
He was
Michael
one of the better ones.
Yeah, he was
I
one of the
agree.
better ones. Like I'll put him up there with like Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Loki's
And-
by far the
and
best.
Loki and David Tennant from Jessica Jones.
Yes.
like those are.
Oh,
Probably, like,
that was a
those
great
Those are probably
villain.
like my top 3 Marvel villains that I can think of.
Yeah, I think Thanos is set up to be very good. I don't think I don't see a way that Thanos lets
they
us down.
have to
but
do him right.
They have.
They
to.
have
You've been setting up
Josh
since the
Brolin looks
first
badass.
Avengers.
It's
It's been like
movie.
what 8 years since
Yeah.
we've seen Thanos. Like
Yeah.
if they fuck this up,
They're like, it's
I don't
gonna
even
be
know.
crazy.
Like
but
I'll forgive every other like underwhelming villain if Thanos is done right.
Mhm.
That's all I need.
back to Spider-Man though, because like I remember when the Funkos came out, I was like, I need that whole collection. Rex was like, what did you get from the post office? And I was like, they couldn't fit it in the delivery box.
Yeah.
I had to go to the actual.
Whenever I think of Spider-Man now, all I can think about is him in that Infinity War leaked trailer. Like when it like.
Oh, yeah,
you
so
know,
he's got the new
with
suit
Tony
on.
Stark, yeah.
Oh yeah.
In case if anyone hasn't seen the new trailer.
fuck, I
But
didn't
shit,
see
he's
it.
like. He's
Yeah,
like,
you didn't watch it?
I didn't see it.
I
no.
sent it, dude.
he's
Remember?
like in Tony
I don't-
Stark's
I don't-
I
arms.
was like, watch this now because it's going to get deleted.
I don't
He's
remember
like-
seeing it or
He's
not.
like in Tony Stark's arms
Yeah.
in the new suit. It's all torn up and he's all bloody and everything. And
What's
Tony
it called?
Stark
What's
is
the
there. I was
suit
like, oh my god.
So in the comics, he's the
I'll
Iron
watch it after
Spider.
this.
The Iron Spider, yeah.
But I wonder if they're gonna have like so. The big thing about the Iron Spider is he has his arms and his legs, but he also has 4 like spider legs,
Oh,
like
yeah.
robotic ones.
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on.
So I don't know if they're gonna do that in the movie, which I'm okay with, but like that suit does look
Yeah.
badass.
And by the way, guys, in case you think these are spoilers, they're not. It's already out there and in the
And it's
Infinity
already
War
been
comics.
taken down. It's
A
plenty of
lot
time.
of Avengers are going to die.
Yeah.
I hope so. I
Like,
really hope so.
If
I
it's
think
done
Keep-
the way
keep
it's
to the
supposed
comic,
to,
yeah.
I think
most
Hawkeye
of them
dies.
will die. That's what
because
happens.
he was close to dying in the second Avengers movie. I don't think they're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
What I am hoping is they bring Quicksilver back because Thanos can control everything,
Yeah.
and he's a villain.
Yeah.
That because Quicksilver needs more screen time.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
They didn't do him justice with
They
him
didn't.
dying.
I mean,
like
but
that.
who knows? Who knows if he'll come back?
But one thing on Spider-Man, what I hope to see in the next movie is him being in New York City and be more web slinging because there's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's that
No,
scene
but
where
that
he
was-
was trying to look for everything.
No,
and
that
then
was the
they-
big thing. They were like, he's a kid in high school. Like, he's not in the city. Like, where the hell is he gonna web sling? He's got to take the train.
True,
Yeah.
true.
So hopefully
Shout
we'll
out
see
to the cast in Spider-Man, by the way. They really captured New York. I
They
loved seeing
did.
like the diversity of like New York. And I didn't think
Yeah.
Zendaya would actually be that great in the movie, but she is actually a really nice
A
A
comic
lot of
relief.
people complaining, why did you hide MJ till the end? And they're like, technically, she did go by MJ at the end, but it doesn't mean she's Mary Jane Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's
I mean-
Michael Jordan.
yeah.
I think she is going to be, and I'm okay with that. I think she
Yeah.
does the role fine, and I did love that, like how they did New York in that movie overall. I mean, I just moved
You
back
were there,
for a
yeah.
year. It felt
Confirm
like
if this is accurate or not.
It felt like Queens to me. It was really well done.
Some
I
of
was
the scenes are real funny where he's like, "Hey, you're Spider-Man. Yeah, do a backflip. Okay."
like, yeah, it was so great.
He's like, "That's
I
cool."
love Like he felt like a kid. I loved the appearance of Donald Glover in it as well. Granted, he didn't play the role I was expecting him to, but
No, but the
Just seeing him there.
the
made me
connection
happy.
is he's Miles Morales' uncle.
he is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the connection. So Miles Morales,
That's
might
one of my
be-
favorite Spider-Man. I had that Funko.
You have the Miles Morales
Oh, really?
one?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Nice.
It's amazing.
He's also in the new Spider-Man video game. Miles Morales is. The new PS4 one that's coming out. He was at the end. I was like, that's one video game I'm very excited for.
man.
Oh yeah, you can be like all these other Spider-Mans, right? Like Iron Spider and
Oh, I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be dope. I'm
I
excited
know
for
what
that.
that-
Superior Spider-Man.
So let's see. Another big movie that came out this summer, Dunkirk. I know
I-
Ricky
we
and I
watched
saw
it.
that. Did
I liked it. Yeah.
So
Is that
I'm not a
alright?
huge
I didn't see it.
Christopher
Sorry,
Nolan
no,
fan. I don't bust a nut when I see Christopher Nolan movies. All right.
see, I
Besides the Dark Knight trilogy, which is one of my favorites, except for the third one. But like when I saw it, I was like, I still want to watch this.
yeah, I love Christopher Nolan, and my favorite movies by him aren't necessarily The Dark Knight Rises. I did love The Dark Knight. That one was an incredible movie. I
Yeah.
really actually liked Interstellar just simply because it, in a way, presented like concepts of like
I'm still confused by
quantum
that
physics
movie.
that I would have never even looked up or
Yeah.
understood. I mean, granted, I didn't understand all of it, but at least tried to do it. and I
Did you like
appreciated
Inception?
that. I did. I loved Inception.
Like-
That's
I
actually
love
One of my favorite
I think
movies.
Inception's my,
Yeah.
my favorite Christopher Nolan
Okay.
movie, actually. But I think that he did a very good job in Dunkirk. I think that random stopwatch sound that was
Dude,
going
that is
on
throughout
throughout
the whole movie.
It
That
is.
is badass.
it annoyed the shit out of me, but it kept me tense, which I
Yeah.
think is what he was going for. I was very tense, sitting on the edge of my seat. My adrenaline was going throughout the entire thing because I just kept expecting something to happen.
If they didn't mention how there's 3 different timelines, I don't think I would have picked up
Yeah.
on that.
It
Because
took a
they
while for me
mentioned
to
it at the
figure out.
beginning. So, like, since Sabra hasn't seen it, so the beach scene where the guy's on the beach, that takes time over a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guys on the boat that are heading towards Dunkirk was like 3 days, and then the guy in the plane is in an hour.
Yeah.
So they mix all that in, and like honestly, if I didn't read all the reviews about it, and they kept mentioning it, I don't think I would have noticed the difference.
I figured
Really?
it out by the second time they showed Tom Hardy in the plane.
Yeah.
I kind of figured it out at
And
that
like-
point because the boats were kind of arriving and
Yeah.
everything, and that's when I kind of figured out this is all happening relatively in the same timeline over a course of whatever amount of time.
Yeah,
it
and
was.
towards the end, when like, it all comes together,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I get what
Yeah,
was going
and plus
on.
I'm a history nerd, so I knew like kind of the actual
Yeah.
timeline of how this was going to go.
But besides
But-
that, this movie really relied on the sound effects. Like
Yeah.
It did.
you're on the edge
It
of your
did.
seat, right? You're
Did a
like,
really good
holy
job.
crap! This is like you hear like the engines purring.
Yeah.
on,
Yeah,
on the
when the
plane.
bullets go through that empty
Yeah.
bell, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Also, just to mention it, Harry Styles not too
Not
bad.
bad.
Not bad. Not
Not
bad.
bad.
He's an
pretty
actor.
good.
Not
He actually
bad.
had a much larger role than I was expecting, and he did a pretty good job. So
The one
kudos to him.
I mean, I'm a One Direction fan, so I don't care.
the one knock on this movie is being a war movie, quote unquote. The only blood you see is a little kid falling down the stairs.
That is true.
Look
Like,
at
we're-
falling
It
down
is
the
the
stairs.
least
Remember, he
bloody.
hurt his
Oh,
head?
in the boat, yeah.
That's the
It was
only
the
blood you
Spoiler
see.
alert.
That's
spoiler alert.
it.
That's the only blood you see in this whole movie.
It is
It's a
definitely
war
the,
movie.
the
Wow,
least
I expected
bloodiest
like a
horror movie
bunch of
by
gore
far.
and
It's not
shit.
gore,
No,
yeah.
No?
it's more tense.
Yeah,
It is.
Huh.
It's
Yeah.
just like what's gonna happen because that music just like pounding.
Because
in your
there's a scene where like they're trying to get off this beach. They're all in line, and they're like, "Oh shit, the planes are coming like to come bomb
They
us."
just look up and they,
Yeah, and the planes come and they all spread apart, and then when the planes leave, they just get back in line to wait for the boat, and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Dunkirk was good. Like,
it was.
I was surprisingly, I was happy with it.
I was too. It didn't it didn't underwhelm me. It didn't exceed my expectations, but it was about what I was hoping it would be, and I enjoyed every second.
It'll win an Academy Award for sound mixing. For sure.
It has to win something. Next one, Baby Driver was another big one of the
Oh, that was
summer.
I know, we all went to watch
We all
it.
went to watch it together.
Saber watched it with us.
Yes,
too.
I can talk about it.
I think that was the last movie we saw together. I think
As a group, yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, Saber went AWOL on us for the summer.
It was a good summer, guys. It was a really good
But,
But
summer.
no, Baby Driver was good. I was surprised. I was happy with it.
I was too.
I'm a huge
Very
Edgar Wright fan.
enjoyable.
I'm a huge Edgar Wright.
Because
fan.
I didn't know what to expect with this movie, so just watching it, it was actually really enjoyable. Damn it, it's such a blur. It's
The
been a
one
while
thing I
since
was
we've seen it.
disappointed with was the Punisher character.
Mm.
What's his name? Marenthal.
John Bernthal.
Oh, his real name?
Yeah.
John Bernthal.
Because they kept
right.
hyping him up in the commercials.
That's,
They're-
yeah, and he's barely.
Yeah, he's not in it at all.
He's in
pretty
like the
much.
first 20 minutes, and
And
that's
then
it.
he's
Mhm.
done. Yeah.
I agree, but I think that movie was very well done. The dialogue was clever. The action was wonderful. I was very happy with it. Surprised actually because I didn't think I would like that movie.
The fact that like the music syncs up with the action, like
Yeah.
there's a drum beat for every time a bullet goes off.
Yeah.
Like little stuff like that made me appreciate.
Oh, that
movie
bank
a lot.
heist like car chase
Yeah.
scene where he's like changing and it's going with all the beats. That was genius. That was filmed so great.
It was good. I love the movie. I think I would appreciate more if I was born in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
So
I didn't understand all the music.
I don't even think it was
I didn't
80s
know.
music.
Was it
because
70s?
It was way.
It was a lot of 70s and 80s. I listened to a lot of that.
Because
It's like ABBA.
so when
Yeah,
when the
yeah.
first Guardians came out and that music came out, I was like, oh, I know some of these songs. Even the second Guardians was like, oh, I know some of these songs.
These I did not
Baby
know.
Driver, I was like,
I
I,
did not know
haven't
any
heard
of
any
those.
of these
They're
damn
like
songs.
indie 70s music. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
See, honestly, I know more of those songs more than I do like the 90s
Oh,
songs
okay,
because I
yeah.
listened to that in the 90s.
Yeah, but the driving was badass. The action was badass. I mean, John Hamm as the villain, as going crazy, was one of my favorite
He
scenes.
did very good, very well.
That scene where they're like, go get the Halloween mask, and they come back with Michael Myers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the Michael Myers mask. Like, no, not the actor.
That was incredible.
That was some funny shit. Yeah,
It was perfect.
So, I think I was the only one who went and saw this one, but Atomic Blonde, that movie
I heard a lot of good stuff about it.
surprised me. It's
I
to
catch
me,
it on Netflix.
yeah. I mean,
Hopefully, it's on Netflix.
I highly recommend it because I know all of you are John Wick fans, and
Yeah.
it really, to me, it's John Wick with a female lead, and it's very well done. It's set in like just before the fall of the Berlin Wall in Germany, and it's spies.
Oh, it's in
and-
Germany? I thought it
yeah,
was in
it's
Russia.
it's set in Berlin, like right before the fall of the wall, and most of it's
Supposedly,
set on the eastern side and the
She
Russian
did.
side of the wall.
I don't know if she did all her stunts, but she did.
She did.
All, okay,
She
yeah.
did all of her stunts, and she did incredible. Charlize Theron, she's like,
I'm a huge Mad Max fan.
yeah, she's
So, like,
also
she was a badass.
She's also one of my largest celebrity crushes. So watching her just kick ass like that.
Have you
was
seen
so
Monster?
hot. Yes.
Okay.
I love
I was like, if she's still your celebrity crush
Oh.
after watching that movie, that's saying a lot.
I love her. I think she's an amazing actress, and she's fucking
Yeah,
beautiful.
Atomic Blonde is-
Her or Kate Beckinsale?
Yeah, I was about to
Kate
ask
Beckinsale
that.
wins.
Okay.
Kate Beckinsale is my number one.
She's amazing, dude.
Like Charlize Theron's 3. Kate Beckinsale's 1.
Who's two? Who's two?
Who's 2?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm forgetting.
He's blanking out.
Ava Longoria is
Oh,
2.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what else is on your list, man?
So the next one I have is War for the Planet of the Apes. Ricky and I. went
So
and saw
yeah,
that
so
together.
shout out to GoFobo because they send out like the early screenings, and it was really cool because before we watched the movie, the Warner Brothers guy, he came out, he was like, all right, just letting y'all know, y'all are the first people in the whole nation to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Like the first screening, really, that's
We
dope.
saw it basically like a month before the release date,
Yeah.
and then we weren't allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I loved the movie, even though I understood about a total of about 55% of what was
Yeah,
going
we were
on in that
standing
movie.
in line for this movie, and Ben's like, "This is the first like Apes movie I'm watching." I'm like,
Yeah.
"This is like the end of the trilogy. What the hell?"
Ricky's like, who else can I call right now?
There are apparently a lot of references to the second movie and to characters in the second movie, which I never saw. So I knew the first one had James Franco, and I knew the ape's name was Caesar, but that's about all I knew.
Ben,
going into the
imagine if you were
series.
watching Return of the Jedi without seeing A New Hope or Revenge of the Sith. I mean,
Yeah, but the Apes movies are one of my favorite trilogies. Like they're up there with like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Like
Yeah.
I don't think they get enough hype, but like they deserve it. Like
you definitely hype it up for us.
oh,
I need to
what's
see it.
his name?
Yeah.
Andy Serkis deserves an Oscar every time he's on CGI.
I
stuff.
agree. Now that I finally gave in, I gotta be honest, like, one of the reasons why I had never seen any of these movies was I had no desire to for the longest time because I was such a fan of the classic ones
Yeah.
that these ones taking place so
Wait,
early.
classic meaning Mark Wahlberg
No,
or the
before Mark Wahlberg. But, like,
Oh,
these
old
old ones. Like, But these ones being set in like the early time and being very much more filmed in like the pro like ape style,
Yeah.
like that turned me off at first just because I was such a fan of those original ones. But this one hooked me very fast. Andy Serkis was incredible as Caesar.
Woody Harrelson as a crazy army bad guy was
He's
awesome.
incredible. Plus, they gave me a little bit of the service I wanted because there's this scene I learned. It's not in this one. It's actually in the first one, but I read about it afterwards. Where apparently in the background of the movie, there's a news article talking about a colonizing ship being sent to Mars.
I remember that.
Which that actually sets up the ability for them to now start the series like and reboot
Where the original
because those
one
people
started.
who colonize Mars will come back to Earth because they're like, oh, they're all radio silence, and then they find a planet that's ruled by the apes. So
Yeah.
I'm just really excited that seems the route that they're going. I hope they continue to make them. They do that, but I'm glad I went and saw it simply because they are some of the best made movies I've seen in a very long time.
I hope the next one has Harambe in it.
Shut up.
You're such a dick.
Too soon, man.
Was that 2016? Come on, man.
R.I.P. Harambe.
All right, is there
Harambe love
are there
movies.
any other movies that we're missing?
Movie wise, I think we are good.
Because there's another thing I want to bring up is there's a lot of movies we didn't watch because the reviews were so bad.
That's right, I did have that
Yeah.
one.
So there was the Pirates movie and Baywatch were two of my biggest ones. So you,
I ended up seeing Pirates of the Caribbean, and
but it was good though, right?
it was
better
okay.
than
It was
the
better
fourth
than the
one.
fourth, so I
Yeah.
can't complain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a huge Pirates fan. I was
Yeah.
like, I really want to watch it, but the reviews were so bad that I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my
I don't
time.
even know
Let's
why
be
I ended
honest,
up
the
watching it,
worst-
to be honest.
the
I think I was
worst
dragged to go
movies-
watch it.
The worst movies of this year, though, are... I mean, I don't think any of us watch them, but Rotten Tomatoes and reviews and just other people's, from what I've heard them, tells it enough. The worst movies are The Mummy and
The Emoji Movie.
Emoji Movie.
Yeah, the Emoji Movie cracks me up because that guy left Silicon Valley to do this movie and to like do
I
other
tweeted
movies.
at it. I was like, "You really left a successful show to
Yeah.
like star in the worst movie of all time." Literally,
That
You
movie-
said that?
That
Yeah,
movie
I
got
did.
trashed.
dude, it's literally you would say, "Oh, that's the worst movie." It's literally
But
the worst movie of all
I think
time.
it still made a lot of money. So
Kids will.
yeah,
Of course.
so we
Yeah.
might
They
get
don't
a
know any
second
better.
one.
Because that's the thing, like, I mean, when you're taking your young kids, like, kids are very easy to entertain.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a good plot
No.
or a good character development to get kids to watch it.
Yeah. Oh, another
So-
one was we talked about it earlier, which was the Stephen King movie, but also Dark Tower was Stephen King, and that got destroyed as well.
disappointed.
Which I'm really sad.
Did you watch it?
No, but great actors and all those.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would
I
assume
love
it'd be
Idris
decent.
Elba.
Me
I'm still gonna
too.
watch it simply because Idris Elba and
Yeah.
I love the Dark Tower story. So I'm still gonna watch it, but yeah, I'm much less optimistic
Yeah.
about it now.
I mean, it's crazy how like Rotten Tomato, like I'm not gonna say I live by Rotten Tomato, but I do take their
live
opinion.
by it.
No, because there's a few movies in there that are
Yeah.
rotten that I'll still watch.
Well, there's a couple.
I'm
like,
the same in that regard. Like, I
Yeah.
don't really care too much about ratings. I care more about what my friends say because they know me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, All Eyes on Me is another movie that got horrible ratings.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't care about that because I'm a hip hop head. I was like, I'm gonna watch it and I'll judge it for myself.
No, when we did
It wasn't until I got on Twitter and Jada Pinkett Smith was saying how like half this shit wasn't even accurate, and she knew Pac since like
Yeah.
they were teenagers.
No,
I was
when we
like,
did
crap,
our,
if
like-
Jada's saying this,
When we
Yeah.
did
I
our
ain't watching
summer
it.
movie, like
That was my movie.
That
Yeah,
was
that
your-
was your.
I
movie.
wanted to watch it, but I didn't.
But see, Notorious was a good too. Notorious was good.
It was better than All Eyes on
Yeah.
Me, from what I heard. But I mean, it still gets shitty reviews
Another
to this
good
day.
case of that is I really enjoyed the King Arthur Legend of the Sword movie.
See, I want to watch.
It
that.
was 50. It's 56% rotten.
That means
on-
half the people like
on
it. So
Rotten
that's
Tomatoes.
not,
But I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's like an amazing movie, but it was good. It was enjoyable. The dialogue was very well done. I mean, they basically set this in like a very old school, like just about post-Roman era London. And King Arthur in this movie, instead of growing up, his parents are killed by Mordred and all of that. So he's basically grows up in a brothel in like
Oh, wow.
the poor part of London or
Roger
Londinium,
to like
as
that.
they call it. But because of that, like they give him like that more of a peasant like London accent, and there's this one like string of dialogue where he's like being questioned by a lawman about something that's been done, and they just do it in this like strong Cockney accent,
Oh, wow,
and the
fuck
way
that.
they do it, like jumping through all these scenes,
Yeah.
it is so well done. It was amazing. It was hard to follow, but that was what they were going for because he was trying to confuse the guy, and they accomplished it. They confused the hell out of you too.
So
But
when we talked about our movies, two of the shows that I want to bring up that during our summer that we always talk about. The main one that we're all into is My Hero.
God.
which is just getting
Yes.
better and better with every episode.
I'm gonna say it right now. My Hero has become my favorite anime I've ever watched.
I can put it up there with that
It's
I
up
could-
there. It's
yeah.
good.
It's up there, but I'm not gonna say it's the best
Here's
one
here's
just
what I
yet.
base it off of. How good of a show is if
I
I
think
could
we're top
rewatch it and still enjoy it every time I watch it. Because I've seen the first season, and then the second season started, and then I read the manga, and I still know what was gonna happen. I was like, I'm still into
Yeah.
the show. Like I want to read it.
I'm all caught up on the manga.
See, people
I read-
used to question me about that. They're like, "Why do you watch both the anime and manga if you already know what's gonna happen?" I was like,
They don't
"Because it's
understand.
that great of a story
Yeah,
that
it
you
is.
want to
Exactly.
watch it
It is.
animated."
This is the first time. This is the first anime that's actually made me want to read a manga.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
Ben, I
this
can't
is
wait.
my first manga that I've read, and I am caught up every week. Every Thursday is when the new chapter for
Yes,
My
it
Hero
is.
comes
Yeah,
out.
I'm still
I
way
immediately
behind.
read it.
Did you watch it this week?
Ever
I
since-
read it this
Yeah,
week.
I read
I
this
cannot
one.
wait.
Ever since my work blocked that website, I was like, crap. I actually have to do
I'll
it.
find you another website.
you
I
watched the
promise you.
version as well?
Please do.
So I originally was watching the dubbed because I had the Funimation subscription and they kept up. But
Oh, they
then
kept up?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They
I just
kept
watched
up for a
some.
long time, but then they got behind, and now they're like 4 or 5 episodes behind. And I'm not gonna wait, so I switched.
Shout out
to
to
the sub,
Hulu
so.
then. Shout out to
Yeah,
Hulu.
Hulu comes
Wait,
in
is
clutch.
the dub also on Hulu?
No,
it's
just
a sub.
It's only on
right?
Funimation.
Yeah, because that's why.
But like, I was like $5 a month. That's not bad, and I figured I'd watch more animes on there, and I was watching Super, and I was watching
Super.
Attack on
So
Titan
good.
on there as well.
Wait, Super's
But-
on Funimation?
Yeah.
Okay, I think. Oh, I have.
Yeah.
What you
But
said.
but as soon as it got behind, I was like, I'm not going to continue to pay for the subscription. I was like, the entire reason why I did it was to watch the dub My Hero every week that my friends are watching the sub. But the moment that doesn't keep up, I'm going to switch to the sub. I can't be behind on this.
I don't even think I've heard the
So-
dubbed version of My Hero.
I mean,
I did.
I'm
I-
biased.
the
I'm
voices
biased,
are
so I
actually
think
pretty
sub is
good.
The
better.
first time Godswill told us about it, and I went to my website to watch it,
Yeah.
there was a dub version on
Yeah.
there.
I
And I
actually
think
think the
Hulu
voice
has
actors
the-
are very good.
But Hulu has
Yeah.
Hulu has the first
dub
season
version?
dubbed as well.
It's Chris
Oh, I
Sabat.
didn't know
Isn't he voice of Vegeta? Doesn't he play a big character?
Does he play All Might?
Oh, yeah, I think he does play All Might.
It's either All Might or Bakugo. He's one of those.
I think he's All Might.
Oh, that'd be badass either way if he plays
Bakugo's-
either.
Bakugo's-
Because I feel like he could definitely fill the Bakugo.
Yeah,
role.
definitely.
Like those are my favorite Funkos.
Yeah.
Like you still haven't got your.
No, he got him. He got him.
So they
No,
arrived.
he got
at-
one.
No.
I got one, but mine arrived at my parents' house. I ship everything at my parents' house. They're there right now. So I just have to go pick
I still
them
got mine on Prime.
up. By the way, guys, wildcardtoys.com. Feel
Uh-oh.
free to order if you want to, but just expect to get your pre-ordered Funkos about 2 months late because that's what I got.
I got
Ben
mine
throwing
on
shade.
Amazon.
Not very happy about that. It's a pre-order in June that says July pre-order, and then I got it in September.
You done with your vent?
Not nearly.
No, I think
I know.
No, like that's probably like Saturday mornings. It's like that's when I watch
Yeah.
that.
It's like having our
First thing I
Saturday
do.
cartoons
Yeah.
back all over
yeah, I
again.
want that super.
That's literally how I start my day.
Boruto.
I walk over to my coffee shop, I grab a coffee, I come back, I watch My Hero.
Yeah.
That's every Saturday for
Nice.
me right
Yeah, I got a couple other animes in there, but like not as good as My Hero. Like I'm catching up on Assassination Classroom. Boruto's up there. I'm actually keeping up with that. The last
Boruto's-
episode, not this episode, but the one before with oh my god, what's her name?
Sakura.
Sarada.
Sarada.
No, her mom.
now. Sakura.
Sakura.
Yeah.
Sakura's battle
Oh, she's
scene was
actually good now.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
she's
a
good.
badass
Yeah.
battle scene.
I was gonna say props to Boruto for producing one of the first episodes where I legitimately loved Sakura and was not annoyed with her.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen so many episodes of Sakura that I would just always see her as that annoying person.
Oh,
but
no.
she stepped up in this
Yeah.
week's
It was
episode.
just-
I'll give her that.
She was badass. Her as an adult is great.
Yeah. But that, and then one other show, because we're gonna try and make these our podcasts a little bit shorter now, so we can get more content out there. But the other big one that came out is Rick and Morty. That started back up.
Yo,
Does anyone else watch?
I
You
started
watching.
these last 2
I
weeks
just
and I
started.
can't stop now. I think
It's so
I'm almost
good.
done with season 1.
It's
Pickle
so-
Rick.
Yeah, the Pickle Rick one was probably like everyone's favorite episode this past season.
I was gonna say
Like, I never understood why so many people watched it. Like, I saw like a couple episodes every now and then. I was like, okay, this is something
so
I could
good.
watch.
You know-
See,
you know-
I didn't realize that
It's
though.
so
you know what the
good.
crazy? I think Justin Roiland, who does the voice of Rick and Morty,
Mm-hmm.
I think he does the voice of both of them. Like, so when you see Rick and Morty having conversations, that's one person doing that voice.
I
It's
didn't
like
know that.
it's a whole Seth
that's
MacFarlane
like-
Family
yeah, I was
Guy,
gonna say, that's just
but
like
way
Seth
better.
MacFarlane,
But
yeah.
way better.
Yeah, I haven't watched the show yet, but I've been very tempted lately, simply because ever since that Pickle Rick episode came up, the app I read memes on.
Yeah, it's
Like,
everywhere.
Yeah, it's
At least
everywhere.
40%
I need it.
of them
I don't
are
get the
Pickle
there
Rick.
are
references yet.
Funkos coming
Like
out for Pickle
everywhere.
Rick too. I saw
That's
I
that.
saw those. Yeah.
But the episode they get better. They're dark every time, but they're still hilarious. I rewatched the first 2 seasons and they still hold up. They're
Yeah.
so good.
Another big show that came out this summer very, very, like, a lot of people were very excited about it. I was too. I'm very happy that Iron Fist didn't ruin it, but the Defenders.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
I was
on
about to say.
episode 5 right now, I think. or
I
6.
loved it. I think that the
just-
Defenders...
Love is a strong word.
No, see, I did. I think it was very well done. I mean, I think the Defenders wrote Iron Fist better than the Iron Fist show. He was not...
Okay, I'll give you that, but
at
like,
all.
Yeah, it's different people.
yeah.
But Jessica Jones still amazing. Luke Cage still amazing. Daredevil still amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that show was very well done.
Every time
It was
Iron Fist
enjoyable.
fights, I'm like, use your damn powers.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, you can knock all these people out.
That's the thing. Like, how long are they going to take before he actually learns the rest of his powers? Like,
I didn't even finish this Iron Fist series.
I want to see
They're
him
so
like
slow.
I want to see him learn the rest of his powers, but I actually don't want to watch a season 2 of
I don't want to watch any more
It
of
was
Iron
hard.
Fist.
Don't
It
watch
was
Iron
that
Fist.
difficult to
Like-
get through the season. Yeah, you didn't finish it. I did, but it was
Yeah.
it was terrible.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, all right, I'll watch
it was so
Defenders, but
hard
I'm not
to
going to
watch.
finish Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Especially the first
You don't
5
have to.
episodes where like every other line is I'm Danny Rand.
You don't see anything in Iron Fist. You know how he gets his powers. He
Yeah.
defeats the dragon. You don't see.
You don't see no damn
dragon.
dragon.
That's what I was
You
excited
don't see
for.
Kung Lan is just a bunch of fog
Yeah.
and like a door. And you're like, just like,
Imagine,
Iron
imagine
Fist-
if you had to take a shot for every time he explained that it's his
here.
duty to guard the
Oh, no,
the gate
Drake-
of
Drake
Shunlun
every
or
time
whatever.
When he says, "I'm the immortal Iron
Oh,
Fist."
oh my god, yes. You will be gone in like 30 minutes. Promise.
Yeah.
That's why I was excited for Iron
Shut
Fist,
up.
because he has like a mystical
Yeah.
background. He fights a damn dragon, and like in the
Mm-hmm. You don't
show,
see none of
I
that.
was like, come on.
What kills you faster? Drinking every time he says I'm the immortal Iron Fist, or drinking at every profane word in Pulp Fiction?
Oh, there's like 70
Oh.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction's pretty bad.
That's bad, yeah.
Does anyone have anything else?
So we still have to
Shells
talk
left?
about video games.
Oh yeah, we can do a quick
We
video
have
game one.
so I know Ricky, you're still playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, and I'm getting
Which you-
into it more and more.
Ricky finally will refer to it as Horizon. For the,
The guy
longest
gave-
time, he
It's been
called it
six
Event Horizon.
6 months, I think.
And I was like, that is a movie.
That
from
guy
the
at
90s.
GameStop still was like, "What game do you want?" I was like, "Event Horizon, that one."
But no, I finished that game. I loved it.
It's
I
good.
thought it was
It's
very,
hard.
Very well done.
I'm surprised
Very
how
well
hard
done.
it is. Like I
Yeah.
thought it would be like,
And
oh
it's
okay.
gorgeous. It's
Yeah.
so much fun to just look around in that game.
Yeah, that's one of the conversation wheel that like Mass Effect does and a lot of other things does. That's one of the ones that I don't mind listening to everything.
Yeah, I agree. So on that note, I have to say rest in peace to what had been one of my favorite video game series ever, and that is the Mass Effect series.
Oh, it's done. Wait, is it done or is it just the Andromeda?
The
thing?
Andromeda
Yeah.
series is done, but chances are, because of how unsuccessful Andromeda was,
Yeah.
it'll probably be a very long time before we get more.
Yeah.
Um,
One game that you have that I still want is the Crash Bandicoot remake.
Yeah.
Dude,
want-
I haven't even had a
God
chance
damn
to play it.
Summer.
I have it, but I haven't played
I need
it.
to play it.
Crash Bandicoot is one of my favorite games going.
Yeah.
and I want to replay that.
Those Funkos are coming out.
Yes, I saw
Those
that.
look awesome. Those look
I will get
Whole
those.
set, dude.
So Destiny 2 just came out. I'm playing it. So far, so good. It's better than the first. A couple things are very familiar. I'm
Okay.
not entirely sure yet how I'm going to feel about it. I'm still playing the story mode, so I have plenty of content. After the story is when I'm really going to decide whether or not this game's worth keeping.
Because that
going.
first one threw me off
So-
so bad that I was like, this game sucks.
Yeah.
Like I know, because plus you have to play with other people to do the raids and everything, and I'm not that guy.
See,
So-
I have friends, and I played the first Destiny with them, but honestly, it was just a hit or miss game with
Yeah.
me, so I'm not getting the second
I
one.
agree. My problem was like
I'm
all
too
of the
team
rest of
Call
their
of Duty, I guess.
All the rest of their multiplayer content, the strikes and everything,
Yeah.
they had matchmaking groups for. But then there's certain things, like especially in one of the DLCs for the old one called Taken King.
Yeah.
The entire time you hear about this
Trash.
guy called
Really?
Coda, but then like the actual final mission where you fight him,
Mm-hmm.
it is a raid where you need a party, but it does not give you matchmaking.
Oh.
And so that annoyed me to no end. I was like, okay, I can't ever complete this because I was like, unfortunately at the time, my friends who still played it didn't play it anymore. Or my friends who had the game didn't play it anymore.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do it. But I'm hoping this one's going to be better. We'll see.
I think when sticking with PlayStation, I think when the Uncharted series goes on sale, like the new one, Lost Legacy, I think I'm gonna grab that one.
Yeah.
That
I
one.
agree. I mean, the Uncharted games have been so good for so long.
Oh yeah, you finally finished the
I
fourth
finally
one.
beat the last one.
Wasn't it good?
I loved it, but I
About
will
damn
say
time.
Uncharted 2 is the best one.
Uncharted 2 is good.
Two's, yeah,
I think
it's
Uncharted
good.
2 is, to me, the best one. Best story, best gameplay, everything. The first one was a great story, but the gameplay was kind of eh. And then the third, I think the story
I like
was a
three.
little bit
I didn't
less,
like three
but
that much.
I like
but it
all of
looked
them.
nice. But yeah, no, I didn't hate any of them, but I agree. I think I think my order is 2, 4, 1, 3.
Ooh, I would have to replay them to make my decision.
when they came out
because
with-
like I
when
played
they-
all 3, and
Yeah.
like right after I quit my job, I played all 3 and like finished it in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so
I remember
it's a
that.
complete blur. I
So
went through it so
fast,
quick.
Yeah. I'm playing that. I'm playing Horizon. I'm playing Ori, which is one of my all-time favorite games.
It's a great platformer, right?
Yeah, and they had a definitive edition one that came out, which I didn't even know about. So I bought that one. And then I'm also playing this game called The Witness. For anyone that likes puzzles, get this game. Like,
Every other word that Ricky mentions in our text group is about the witness.
yeah, dude, if you want to go by ratings, IGN gave it a 10. Just
Oh,
think
okay.
about that.
All right.
But it's one of my favorite
Yeah.
games right now.
So we'll wrap this one up talking about one current event that just happened, and that is this week's Apple announcement of the
Oh,
new
yeah.
iPhone 10. Not X, but iPhone 10. This phone, according to everyone else, is apparently an Android phone with an iOS.
It looks
on
like
It's an Android. Yeah,
It's got
Me
glass
and
on
Ricky
the
were
back
saying-
and front.
but
But it doesn't make me want to get an iPhone. Like, I have the iPhone 7 Plus, which I'm happy with right now.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make me want to upgrade to the next
I
one.
think the problem to me is it comes down too much to, are you willing to spend $1,000 for the Space ID?
Yeah.
and you
That's
know,
what it comes down to.
damn well I'm not.
And that's hard.
Yeah.
That is a hard choice. I like the phone. I think if I needed a phone at the moment, I would get one. But I just got an iPhone 7, the red edition, like 3 months ago. I'm
Yeah.
not getting this phone anytime soon.
I just don't feel like
So-
there's anything that justifies me to get that phone. Like
Like that front
even
camera,
yeah,
yes.
there's some cool features, yeah, but not enough for me to want to
Yeah.
shell out
For
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Plus, to me, at the end of the day,
That's
like,
rent.
anytime new, like, innovative technology like the Space ID or, like, the Apple Watch, anytime that comes out, you always got to wait till the second generation.
Yeah,
The
because there's
first
so many
generation's gonna have
bugs.
kinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll skip this one. Second generation, I'll grab it.
I do like the portrait mode that the iPhone does now, and the new one does have like a more in-depth feature.
I think,
But I'm so happy with
I
what
think
I
the
have.
cameras look amazing, and I think it's going to be a great phone. But like I said, it's just there wasn't enough to make me want to like upgrade from a brand new phone.
The emoji thing is pretty cool.
I like
It's
that.
cool.
That is
Yeah.
the one thing I like, but I was like, that's not worth
It's like an
$1,000.
anime.
Honestly-
it reads your lips so well.
Yeah.
Raj's favorite emoji in the world is the eggplant emoji. He sends it on everything. The first
that
thing
was
he
not on
said,
there.
Even in
That
stuff
was-
that doesn't apply
but
to the
first
eggplant
thing he
emoji.
said when we first saw the ant emoji, before he saw that it didn't exist, he was like, "I can't wait to send an ant emoji of the eggplant."
Yeah.
And
Mine's a
I was
poop
just like,
one.
oh god!
Poop
And I
one's
was
my
so
favorite.
happy when they didn't show the eggplant in there. I was like,
Yeah, but we still got the lightning jack and no headphone jack. But I think Apple people just
Yeah.
have to live with it now.
I think by this point, like if you've had that for at least a couple months, you're used to it.
that's Bluetooth.
Yeah.
The charging
Yeah,
thing's kind of cool. The pad. Or
I
whatever.
agree. The pad, that charger is definitely, I think, one of the
That
best
looks nice.
features of it.
Honestly,
Yeah,
the
and
only
upgrade
only feature I
camera.
wanted was group FaceTime. I think that would have been
That's
great
a-
to have.
that's
That'd be
yeah, that won't
amazing.
That's an iPhone 15.
Or if you switch to Android,
XP.
the next Android phone.
Right, the next Android will have it.
But also in this event, the Apple Watch is significantly better. Like it's really
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
I think it looks cool.
Because you don't need your iPhone on you this time. Like you can have it out.
My
That's
one
nice.
question about that is, am I gonna have to pay for that
Yeah.
as like an extra thing?
Someone
on my
said
cell
it's like if
plan?
you have Verizon, it's an extra like $10.
Oh, extra $10
on top of your bill.
That's
On
not
top of
too
your bill.
bad.
That's
If
not
it's
bad
only-
because
if
like
it's only 10. That's
yeah, you
not
can
bad.
make calls and like
Yeah.
and it's the same number, so you don't have to like
Yeah.
get a different
Okay.
number for your.
That's not too bad then. I was wondering how much it was gonna be, but 10.
I mean,
would
my thing is,
probably-
I barely talk on the phone now.
yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I get mad when people call me. I'm gonna just text.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to me the best part about it is just kind of that efficiency of if I do leave my phone and I walk out or I go somewhere else and everything, that my watch could still function and send me the stuff I need. So
All right. Well, I think that's good for right now. That's our little summer 2017 wrap up. As always, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Power Up Happy Hour. What's our Twitter handle, Raj?
At Power Up HH.
Is it
PUHH.
It is HH.
Yeah, and I think the
I
I
Instagram
double
one-
checked before.
I think Instagram is
At
Power Up.
HH.
Is the Instagram one Power Up HH?
I don't know. You run that account, bro?
Give me a second.
There's so many accounts that I'm pretty
and just stay tuned. The next time we're going to continue to catch up over the summer and we're going to recap what was the second to last season of Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a big Game of Thrones podcast.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's Power Up
Almost
HH.
done.
Oh, so
We're all
Instagram
gonna-
is Power Up HH.
But till next time, guys.
Thanks for
Cheers.
listening.
Yep,
Alright.
I'm Ricky.
Peace.
I'm Ben.
Raj.
Sauber.
Cheers.